Good day, greeting students. I am very happy to see you all again in grade 12 economics. We are dealing with IED, Indian Economic Development, our part B, and at present we have been discussing about chapter 4, which is poverty. Unit 3 is all about the current challenges faced by the Indian economy, and there are 6 different topics under it. The first topic that we have taken to discussion is poverty. Yes, of course, it is a great challenge that is faced by Indian economy. So from where it all started அப்படினா, it all started right from colonial rule. அங்கே இருந்தே we have started falling into poverty. ஏன் அப்படினா, actually we have discussed this a lot of times. Due to colonial rule, they concentrated on their economy rather than our economy. நமக்கு ப்ராப்பரான ஃபெசிலிட்டிஸ் இல்லை. We did not have the employment opportunities. We did not have good agricultural system. இதனால் அப்போல இருந்தே in 1920, starting from 1920s, poverty has become a constant thing in Indian economy. அது வந்து மாறாத ஒரு விஷயமா ஆயிடுச்சு. Whatever reforms came, whatever changes we brought in, couldn't change poverty. Povertyங்கிற ஒரு page we couldn't tear off from India's book. Yes, of course, we could change the lines of it. அதில் இந்த பர்சன்டேஜ் பாவர்ட்டி லைனுக்கு கீழே இருந்தவங்களை மேலே கொண்டு வந்தது, டெவலப்பிங் தட் பர்டிகுலர் பீப்புள், இது எல்லாமே நடந்துச்சு. பட் இஸ் த வேர்ட் பாவர்ட்டி deleted from Indian economy means no, it isn't. So this particular session is going to be again about poverty, and we are going to discuss various statistics about poverty. And first of all, we should know how our poor people identify. We have discussed now and then that Indian government and each state government takes a lot of valuable steps to eradicate poverty. Poverty eradicate பண்ணுறதுக்காகவும் அதில் இருக்கிற பீப்புளுக்கு பெனிஃபிஷியலாகவும் நிறைய பாலிசிஸ் அண்ட் ப்ரொசீஜர்ஸ், மெனி பெனிஃபிட்ஸ் ஹவ் பீன் ஃப்ரேம்ட் அண்ட் கிவன்னு நம்ம பார்க்குறோம். சரி, ஓகே. இஃப் யூ ஹாவ் டு கிவ் தீஸ் பெனிஃபிட்ஸ், ஃபர்ஸ்ட் ஆஃப் ஆல் வி ஷுட் நோ ஹூ ஆர் புவர். வி டிஸ்கஸ்ட் தட். பட் ஹவ் ஆர் தே ஐடென்டிஃபை? நம்ம புவர்னா யாருன்னு பார்த்தோம். தே டோன்ட் ஹாவ் enough food to eat, malnutrition is there, access to education is not there, unemployment irukku, they have very few assets. Yes, we discussed who are called poor. But how does our government identify? எப்படி நம்ம இவங்க தான் poor people, இதுதான் poverty line, எப்படி நம்ம decide பண்றோம்? There are various strategies that are used to identify causes of poverty. இது தெரியணும் இல்லையா? We need to know the cause to change certain thing, right? Even if we go to a doctor, he first asks you the symptoms. உங்களை ட்ரீட் பண்ணுறதுக்கு முன்னாடி அவர் symptoms கேட்குறாரு. With these symptoms, he or she treats you. Similarly, when you want to eradicate a problem or when you want to solve a problem, first you should know the causes of it. So addressing this is actually we have many strategies to identify what the causes of poverty. So causes of poverty na enna? Access to education illa, adu oru reason ah irundhuchu, that has been changed. Access to proper health benefits, that has been changed. Malnutrition has been changed. So as and when we come to know of a cause, or cause theriya அதை எராடிகேட் பண்ணுறதுக்கோ இல்லை ரிமூவ் பண்ணுறதுக்கோ சேஞ்ச் பண்ணுறதுக்கோ நம்ம கவர்மெண்ட் என்ன பண்ணுறாங்க? they take steps to bring out people out of this situation. Okay, so for these schemes to be implemented, the government needs to be able to identify who are poor. Really, ஏன்னா நம்ம போய் சொல்லிக்கலாம் அந்த பெனிஃபிட்ஸ் எனக்கு வேணுங்கிறதுக்காக. There are people who go and tell just I am poor, அவ்வளோதான். How many of us give us even the real income that we get? For what? Tax evasion. எனக்கு கவர்மெண்ட்டோட பெனிஃபிட்ஸ் வேணுங்கிறதுக்காக நிறைய பேர் அவங்களோட எக்கனாமிக் ஸ்டேட்டஸை ஃபேக் பண்ணுறாங்க. So how do we identify this? How do we measure this? அப்படின்னா we were all blank, and it was first done by Dadabhai Naoroji. He made a system to identify the poor. Who did that? Dadabhai Naoroji framed a mechanism to identify poor. Fine. So the concept of poverty line also was introduced by Dadabhai Naoroji. He introduced what? Poverty line. So how can we calculate அப்படினா how it was calculated in the past? He wanted to use the menu for a prisoner. ஒரு prisonerக்கு செலவாகிற காசு comparing to the poor people. So he made a thing called jail cost of living. So he used he wanted to use the prevailing prices to fix this jail cost of living. இப்போ cost of living அப்படின்னா it is different. We have the choices to choose. Jail cost of living அப்படின்னா they don't have the choices. என்ன கொடுக்குறாங்களோ அதுதான் சாப்பிடணும். ஸோ அது ஒரு மினிமல் சார்ஜாக அவர் எடுத்துக்கிட்டார். ஸோ அட்லீஸ்ட் தட் ஷுட் பி தேர் அப்படிங்கிறது தான் அவரோட பாயிண்ட். But there was one negativity about it. One negative point about it was that jail means only adults will be there. So in jail who will be there? Only adults. But whereas in a real society even children are part of it. Adults as well as children. Adults மட்டும் இல்லை நம்ம சொசைட்டியில் சில்ட்ரனும் இருக்காங்க. ஸோ அவங்களோட ஒரு ஃபேமிலியில் சில்ட்ரனும் இருக்காங்கங்கிறப்போ அதோட சேர்த்து தானே நம்ம கேல்குலேட் பண்ண முடியும். That's why he took this adjustment, that is he assumed that, understand clearly, 1/3 population consisted of children and half of them consumed very little while the other half consumed half of the adult diet. So நம்ம என்ன யோசிக்கிறோம், 1/3 this calculation what was this calculation? 1/3 were children. Okay, adula half. So 1/3 la ஒரு half did not consume any food at all, nil. இன்னொரு half they consumed half meal. So என்ன பண்றோம், 1/3 of population were children and half of them consumed very little. Very littleங்கிறத நம்ம halfன்னு போட்டிருக்கோம். Half, while the other half consumed half of the adult diet. So very little, nil, half of the diet. So இப்போ எப்படி நம்ம இதை எடுத்துக்கிறோம் அப்படின்னா 2/3 population என்ன adults. So we'll put that as full diet plus 1/3 of அந்த children population ரெண்டா பிரிக்கிறோம். Half for nil and half for half diet. அப்படிங்கிறப்போ it becomes 1/6. They consume very little food னு நம்ம பார்க்குறோம். And 1/6 again half of them consume half of the adult diet. So நம்ம என்ன புரிஞ்சுக்கிறோம் அவரை பொறுத்தளவு என்ன, he wanted to take the jail cost of living to determine poverty line. But the practical difficulty was that in jail only adults were there, whereas a family consisted of adult as well as children. So appo we have to take children into account. How did he take? He took that 1/3 of the population were children. எவ்வளோ 1/3 of population were children. அப்போ 2/3 யாரு adults. Theirs he considered as a full diet. அவங்களுக்கு jail cost of living ஓட full diet நம்ம எடுத்துக்கிறோம். Plus இந்த 1/6 plus 1/6 என்ன? It is actually this 1/3 population. கரெக்டா? இது எப்படி வரும்? 1/6 plus 1/6 அப்படின்னா it becomes 2/6 which is 1/3. Clear? அந்த 1/3 ரெண்டா பிரிச்சோம் அப்படின்னா நமக்கு கிடைக்கிற ஆன்சர் தான் 1/6 1/6. Understood? This is how you got this 1/6 1/6. Clear? Don't get confused children. So in the 1/6 half of the children consume very little food. அதுதான் நம்ம என்ன போட்டோம்? நில்லுன்னே போட்டோம். Very little is not at all a diet. Okay? Another thing is another half consumes half of the adult diet. Half of the adult diet. So this constitutes remaining 1/3 and the population children. Right? Now you got the calculation part clear? So now what comes the result? When you tally this, you will get 3/4 of full. To manage this addition part, you will get it like this. The weighted average of consumption of the three segments gives the average poverty line, which comes out to be 3/4 of the adult cost of living. இப்போ adult cost of living 100 rupees அப்படின்னு நம்ம வைக்கிறோம் அப்படின்னா நம்மளோட poverty line எதுக்கு கீழே இருக்கு? 3/4. So 300 divided by 4. You will get somewhere around 70 plus rupees தான் வந்து அதுக்கு கீழே earn பண்ணுறவங்கள தான் நம்ம poverty line சொல்கிறோம். Understood this calculation? So this is how he calculated. Who? Dadabhai Naoroji calculated a mechanism to identify poor. Poverty line க்கு கீழே இருக்கிறவங்கள poorனு சொன்னாங்க. Fine, there are many kinds of poor again. Categories of poor are there that we are going to discuss now. In post-independent India, there have been several attempts to work out a mechanism. Idu vandu okay, earlier he used. So after independence, they wanted to be a change. Planning Commission la vanduchu illaya. They wanted to have a different mechanism to identify poor. So in 1962, the Planning Commission formed a study group. In 1979, another body called the Task Force on Projection of minimum needs and effective consumption demand was formed. In 1989 and 2005, expert groups were constituted for the same purpose. So, this ellame years very important to notify. You have to keep these years in your mind. These are important MCQs that you would get from this chapter. So, which are the years? Pre-independent India, Dadabhai Naoroji did. Post-independent India, 1962. Planning Commission. What did Planning Commission do? They formed a study group. Planning Commission formed a study group to identify poor or to find a mechanism of finding poor or poverty line. Fine. And then in 1979, another group which was called Task Force. It's called what? Task Force and Task Force on projections of projections of minimum needs and effective consumption demand on consumption demand was formed, and in 89 and 2005 export groups, 1989 and 2005 expert groups were formed for identifying poor. Besides the Planning Commission, many individual economists also have thought. So, for the purpose of defining poverty, we divide people into two categories. So, how are we going to divide? We call them as poor and the non-poor, and the poverty line differs them. So, what do we have? People are divided into poor and non-poor. What differentiates them? The poverty line differentiates them. Okay, எதை அவங்கள differentiate பண்ணுது நமக்கு? Poverty line. Again, poor நம்ம எப்படி பிரிக்கிறோம்? We have absolutely poor, very poor and poor. Okay, so people நம்ம எப்படிமா பிரிக்கிறோம்? For understanding poverty and poverty line, we divide them into poor and non-poor. Poor means absolutely poor, very poor, poor. நமக்கே தெரியுது இல்லையா, the people who are very close to poverty line பக்கத்தில் தான் இருக்காங்க, இன்னும் கொஞ்சம் ட்ரை பண்ணால் they'll come to this side, means they are poor. It's difficult to come na very poor, very difficult to pull them up அப்படின்னா absolutely poor. And then non-poor we have not so poor, middle class, upper middle class, rich, very rich, millionaires, billionaires. Non-poor க்கு தான் நிறைய classification we have. We have the middle class, the upper middle class, then we have the rich, then we have very rich, we have the millionaires, all of them are there in India also, millionaires, billionaires, next billionaires also will come, so they are very away from poverty line. Chariya? So we divide people how? Poor and non-poor. Poor are absolutely poor, very poor, poor, and non-poor we have middle class, upper middle class, rich, very rich, millionaires, billionaires. இவங்கெல்லாம் poverty line ரொம்ப தள்ளி இருக்காங்க. They won't, so there is not so poor irukku illaya, if they don't have good employment opportunities they will come this side. Okay, iduve poor ku இன்னும் கொஞ்சம் better opportunities kadcha they will go that side, right? Categorizing poverty. So next what are we going to do? We are going to categorize poverty. Poverty எப்படி categorize பண்ணலாம் அப்படிங்கிறது தான் next discussion. So when did it all start? Right from colonial rule, all these started. Categorizing poverty. So poor, fine. Next again, in the poverty and the situation எப்படி classify பண்ணலாம் அப்படிங்கறத இப்போ we are going to discuss now. So how do we categorize this poverty அப்படின்னா, we have always poor, usually poor, chronic poor, churning poor, occasionally poor, never poor. We will discuss that. First thing, always poor, then we have usually poor, then we have chronic poor, then we have churning poor, then occasionally poor, and finally never poor. Now if you see this always poor and usually poor are very difficult to handle. Chariya? So like what? Always poor and those who are usually poor but who may sometimes have a little more money, casual workers. So எப்பவுமே poor-ஆ இருக்கிறவங்க and usually they are poor. ரொம்ப ரேரான டைம்ஸில் தான் அவங்க புவர் இல்லாமல் இருப்பாங்க. Maximum times they will be poor, but see, usually I get up at 7 o'clock, but rarely I get up at 8 o'clock அப்படின்னா the difference is very little times I get up at 8 o'clock. Usually na 30 days la 28 days I get up at 7 o'clock அப்படின்னா I say usually. Similarly, usually they are poor na, very rarely they get this employment opportunities. அந்த அன்னைக்கு மட்டும் they'll not be poor. அன்னைக்கு அவங்களுக்கான 3 meals a day இருக்கும். They have things to eat, they have money to spend. Okay, so இதை நம்ம என்ன categorize பண்றோம்? This is grouped together as chronic poor. So this group is called as, for a long time, years and years அவங்க எங்கே தான் இருப்பாங்க? புவராக தான் இருப்பாங்க. The next category is churning poor. Churning poor அப்படின்னா who regularly move in and out of poverty. So poor-ஆவும் இருக்கலாம், they can come out of it, like small farmers and seasonal workers. இப்போ seasonal workers எடுத்துக்கிறோம் அப்படின்னா, now if you see hill stations during summer, salesmen there they will get wonderful sales. So அவங்கெல்லாம் seasonal workers. ஓகே, இதுவே பார்த்தா வின்டரில் அவங்களுக்கு ஒர்க் இருக்காது. சேம் வே only agricultural laborers also, அவங்களுக்கும் they have timing, harvestக்கு ஒரு டைம், sowing seedsக்கு ஒரு டைம், irrigationக்கு ஒரு டைம். So they are all seasonal workers. laying roads, construction siteல இருக்கிறவங்களுக்கெல்லாம் they are seasonal workers. They are called as what? Seasonal workers. So who do we have? Churning poor, they move in and out of poverty. கொஞ்ச நாள் இங்கே, கொஞ்ச நாள் அங்கே. Fine. And the occasionally poor who are rich most of the times, business சூப்பராக பிஸ்னஸ் போயிட்டு இருக்கும். So they are not poor, they are well to do only. Occasionally poor, they have faced some loss. இப்போ all the people who became poor due to this COVID are occasionally poor. யூஷுவலாக நமக்கு மந்த்லி சேலரி இல்லாமலையோ இல்லை எம்ப்ளாய்மெண்ட் ஆப்பர்ச்சுனிட்டிஸ் இல்லாமல் போகாது. But this situation has pushed many of us into that particular poverty. அப்படின்னா that is called as being occasionally poor. இப்போது the situations where wedding halls are there, ஒரு பர்டிகுலர் மந்த் மட்டும் கல்யாணம் பண்ண மாட்டாங்க. ரிமைனிங் 10 months or 11 months தி வெட்டிங் இன்ஸ்டிடியூஷன் ஆர் தி கேட்ரிங் சர்வீஸ் அதெல்லாம் நல்லா தான் ஒர்க் பண்ணிகிட்டு இருக்கும். அந்த 1 or 2 monthsக்கு அவங்களுக்கு பிஸ்னஸ் இருக்கவே இருக்காது. ரைட், ஸோ தோஸ் மந்த்ஸ் ஆர் அக்கேஷ்னலி புவர். அந்த மாதிரி ஒர்க்கில் இருக்கிறவங்களுக்கு ஃபைன். They are called the transient poor, churning poor and occasionally poor. இவங்க ரெண்டு பேரையும் நம்ம என்னென்னு சொல்கிறோம்? transient poor, because they move in and out of poverty. எப்பயும் அவங்க பாவர்ட்டிக்குள்ளேயும் இல்லை, they face poverty at times also. Fine, that's why they are called as what? Transient poor. And then there are who are never poor. என்ன situation வந்தாலும் they don't have to face this. Non-poor, rich people. ஸோ இதில் யாரெல்லாம் பாவர்ட்டி லைனில் இருப்பாங்க அப்படின்னா, this always poor, usually poor, they are below poverty line. Okay, usually poor ஆகுது கொஞ்சம் they can come out, but mostly they will be under poverty line. Churning poor, occasionally poor comes up and goes down. மேலே வந்து கீழே போய் there are changes. Never poor is always above poverty line. இவங்க எப்போவுமே எங்கே வரவே மாட்டாங்க, பாவர்ட்டி லைனுங்கிற ஒரு பாயிண்ட்டை எட்டி கூட பார்க்க மாட்டாங்க. Clear? They don't come to that particular situation at all. Fine. So before we conclude this session we'll discuss a few statistics that deals with poverty. இந்தியாவில் எங்கே இருந்து என்ன அளவுக்கு நம்மளோட பாவர்ட்டியில் சேஞ்சஸ் இருக்குது அப்படிங்கிறத we'll discuss. So there is one thing called World Poverty Clock. These are some important statistics and I want you to note these points down. Fine? So what does this world poverty clock has to say about our country means? It says 44 Indians per minute are lifted up. எவ்வளோ பேர்? 44 Indians per minute are lifted above poverty line. Average ஒரு நிமிஷத்துக்கு 44 Indians are being uplifted from the poverty line, and we have recorded a massive improvement in poverty between the years 2005-6 and 2015-16. Between these years, one of the great achievements that we have done is that 271 million people have been lifted above poverty line. Another, poverty has considerably decreased. என்ன ஆயிருக்கு? Poverty has decreased in the 10 years குள்ள மட்டும். How many people? 271 million people have been lifted above poverty line through various mechanisms and various strategies that we followed. And then the record that was once 54.7% poverty line la irundha people evlo 54.7% declined to 6%. Isn't it a big achievement? 54% people poverty line க்கு கீழ இருந்தவங்கள, there are now only 6% of India's population below poverty line. The official record, India's official record, official report given in 2019 is 6.7% of India's population is under the poverty line. Seriya? This is what is given as the official report. Enna aayirukku? Only 6.7% of India's population is below poverty line. That is even not good. Innu increase pannu, you have to decrease it and you have to lift people. There should be a situation where there is no poverty in India. Yen appadina, whatever tax revenue government collects, whatever borrowings it does, நம்ம பார்த்திருக்கோம், we have seen in the government budget as well as open market economy, we see how India raises its funds. எங்க இருந்து பணம் எடுக்கறாங்க, how do they increase their reserves, எல்லாமே பார்த்தோம். Now when there is no poverty in our country is really said to be a developed country, and then you can use these funds for better purposes. நம்ம கண்ட்ரியோட வெல்த்துக்குன்னு எதுவுமே பண்ண முடியல. We can't develop the infrastructure. We cannot develop the things that are required for the nation's defense. Yeah, because we are doing so much to uplift them from poverty. எவ்வளோ employment opportunities create பண்ணியிருப்பாங்க, 100 days employment, இதெல்லாமே எதுக்கு? To uplift these people from poverty line. Okay, so in 2014 the Rangarajan committee said that the population below poverty line was 454 million, and 2009 and 10 it was 363 million. Increase ஆகுது, decrease ஆகுது, population ஓட percentage நம்ம பார்க்கணும். So it was higher earlier, now it has become lower is the point. So we have developed many people, we have brought them out from poverty line even. So how do we decide this poverty line அப்படின்னா, there is one thing called income. ஒருத்தருக்கு மந்த்லி இவ்வளோ கேலரிஸ் இருந்தால் அது நியூட்ரிஷன் நம்ம சொல்கிறோம். அந்த நியூட்ரிஷியஸ் ஃபுட் எடுத்துக்கிறதுக்கு what would be the amount they require, what would be the money they need அப்படிங்கிறது தான். There will be something called the consumption worth fixed. ஒருத்தருக்கு அர்பன் ஏரியாவில் இருக்கிறவங்களுக்கு ஒரு சர்டைன் அமௌண்ட், அண்ட் ரூரல் ஏரியாவில் இருந்தால் the cost of living differs இல்லையா. ரூரல் ஏரியாவில் இருந்தால் அவங்களுக்கு ஒரு அமௌண்ட், அர்பன் ஏரியாவில் இருந்தால் அவங்களுக்கு ஒரு பர்டிகுலர் ப்ரைஸ் per person a monthன்னு ஒரு பாயிண்ட் இருக்குது. அதை வச்சு தான் we decide the what? We decide the poverty line, who lives below poverty lineங்கிறது இதை வச்சு தான் நம்ம டிசைட் பண்ணுறோம். At present for an urban poor, for an urban person it is 1286 rupees per person per month. எவ்வளோ? 1286 rupees. உங்கள் புக்கில் 1000 rupees கொடுத்துருக்கு, that was an old record. At present it is 1286 rupees per person per month. ஸோ ஒரு ஃபேமிலிக்கு 1286 தான் ஆகுமானா? No, it should be multiplied with the number of persons in the family. ஃபைன், வீட்டில் இருக்கிறவங்களோட மல்டிப்ளை பண்ணி தான் நம்ம என்ன பண்ணணும்? கால்குலேட் பண்ணணும். Based on that we will be able to decide the level of income and consumption. Based on that we can decide the number of people who are below poverty line. Fine, which we will be discussing in the next session. Till then I want you to look thoroughly into the points that we have discussed. If at all you have any doubts, please feel free to reach me out and get your doubts clarified. Thank you, and may you all have a wonderful day today.